Uh, I expect my speech to be a little longer than the rest. Like Meron said, he said that to whom much is given, much is expected. So, as people that will be given a lot, I will be speaking a little bit longer. But I named whatever I'll be saying here today the 7 thank yous. And I've been trying to find a reading to this speech for some days now. I couldn't. So I gave up on reading and I went with arithmetic. And what's going to happen is this. I'm going to start with a thank you and I'll end with a thank you. And somewhere in the middle, I'll say thank you 5 more times. Now, in the words of my father, people only truly know how grateful you are when you say thank you 7 times. So he taught us to always look out for the opportunity to say thank you 7 times. And that's what I'll be doing today. But before any of that, let me tell a story. A very long time ago, the dog and the rabbit had an argument about who was faster. An argument that led to many different forms of bragging. The dog jumped into the air, barked, flexed his long muzzled legs. The rabbit watched, calm and quiet, the way rabbits do. And they agreed to settle that in the woods, the dog would chase, the rabbit would run. And the rabbit, being clever, made one condition. The hunter, which is the dog's owner, could not be there. The dog, full of himself, agreed to this deal. As agreed, on the morning of the race, the hunter was nowhere in sight. The dove, being the empire of the day, called the chase and a catch race to a start. Within minutes, the dog had lost the trail. He went round and round, sniffing at nothing, while the rabbit was already gone. And as the saying goes, a disgraced dog goes home with his tail between his legs. In the victory speech of the rabbit, she said this: "The dog only ever beat me because the hunter is behind him, pointing the way, showing him where to run, telling him what to do. The dog without the hunter is just a dog." I tell that story to say that to the Mastercard Foundation, to the program leads, to everyone who has held the line for our well-being and our success, you have been our hunter. You pointed the way. You showed us where to run. You provided us with the oxygen when our lungs were running dry. Unlike the dog, we would always wish to have you around us and with us. We could not have earned these degrees without you. Thank you. The second one. I used to say that education is the poor man's gold. I'm retiring that line today. Education is not the gold. Education is what turns the poor man into an alchemist, someone who can look at the ordinary materials of his life and turn opportunity into gold. I have seen what it has done for me. I have seen what it has done for other people. This degree is not mine. It belongs to the children on the island where I grew up, and to every kid in my hood who is watching to see if it can be done. When my father told me we no longer fight wars with guns but with pens, I didn't fully understand him. The more I learned, the more I see he was right. When he said, go to school, even if you don't learn anything, how you work will change. I didn't understand that either. I do now. To the Mastercard Foundation, I want you to know your investment is not a waste. Something is shifting on the island where I grew up. Parents want their children in school, and I am ready to be the hunter for them, to point the way, to show them how the rabbit runs. To my colleagues, I mean this without any form of cliche. It has been a real pleasure. You have rubbed off on me. Your dreams, your knowledge, your experiences, I would have never accounted without you. Thank you. I know we have disagreed. I know that to some of you, I am the opinionated little rascal in the corner. In fact, I won't pretend otherwise. Some of my ideas on how to shape our institutions back home, I will take them to my grave. Others, I could abandon them the next year because the world keeps shifting, and so do I. Don't be surprised if you meet me a different man tomorrow. So much of who I was never made it this far, and so much of who I am now will not make it any further. What stays with me is the principle. The principle to be audacious, to be courageous, to think community, and to apply what you know with humility to leave the world a little better than you found it. To Berkeley, what an experience this has been. My soul has been drinking from many fountains of knowledge, respect and friendship for long. But this is a different kind of fountain that nourishes the soul in a very different kind of way. It has been a privilege serving the graduate student body, and I have seen up close how much most faculties want the success of students. In all manner of discussions that come up, if I ever end up being a professor in my lifetime, I know where to look for inspiration. I want to name a few people. To Bruce and Cece, right behind. To some of my fellow scholars here, they are familiar with your names. They know exactly where to find me when I say I'm having dinner with friends. I have thanked you several times. Let me add this to the count. Thank you. Perry, thank you for being easy to be around, for being a big brother in both senses of the word. Ken, who is not here, to the life ahead of us, cheers. And to my iHouse FC brothers, 2 quarterfinals, a semi-final, and a final. We never lifted the trophy. We never lifted the trophy, but we fought. Delvin, you held that team together better than I could ever do. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you a lot. I hadn't played football in 12 years before Berkeley. What it gave back to me wasn't a trophy. It was joy and a flicker of the child I used to be. So to anyone here with years still left on this campus, find a thing that gives you that and do it consistently, and it will keep you sane. And while I have you, please listen. I may not be qualified to say what I'm about to say, but hear me out. This is the last one. There is nothing on this campus that is beyond you. Stretch yourself, stretch your mind. You can walk into any room here and take a seat at any table. There are people that wants to hear your voice. I read a line recently I haven't been able to shake off. It says, your word expands according to your audacity. Being here means that you are already audacious. It takes audacity to leave your home and be here. It takes audacity to abandon the caring eyes of your loved ones and be in a faraway land. What I am driving at is that you are already audacious. Manifest it here, in your businesses, in your academics, and in your career. When the noise of anti-immigration grows louder and there is an attack on global education, our first impulse as international students is to shrink and to feel like strangers. Although we are, yes, we are, but that will not help the situation. At some point in the history of the world, everyone was a stranger. You are not the first and you won't be the last. So stretch your hand and grab the many accompaniments that come with your presence here. You deserve them. You earn your place here. Don't shrink. Also, one thing anti-immigration rhetorics have stirred in me is disgust. But I know disgust is a powerful and positive emotion when harnessed well. Disgust is a powerful fuel. I am taking mine and putting it at home, at the country I want to build. And when one of you takes office, and I know some of you will, remember that the point is to build a country and not a bank account. If you don't like what you feel today, don't do things that will put your great-grandchildren in difficult situations as you are today. Before I end, I would like to wish all mothers and potential mothers here a happy Mother's Day in advance. You are the foundation of our world. Without you as the foundation, the eyes will not have the chance to witness the beauty of the building. You are the roots that keeps the tree in position. You made civilizations what they are, and you are our world. I know this because without my mother, there is no me. And since everyone has a mother, without a mother, there is nobody. So to Mastercard, thank you for your support. Thank you, Berkeley, and thank you to the friends. I wish every one of us a good life and the audacity to make one. Thank you.
Let's go.